Hello and welcome to this 4-week series on yoga for the menstrual cycle. So we're on week 3 now, which is also known as our ovulation phase. And this is also known as our inner summer. So this is around days 14 to 16, and it's when we feel our most magnetic, our most confident. So the energy we're going to be bringing today is confidence, strength, and openness. So this leads me on to what I wanted to talk to you about in this class, about one of the 8 limbs of yoga and a little section of one of those limbs. So the second limb of yoga is known as a niyama. So these are our personal observances, and one of these personal observances is known as santosha, which is translated to contentment. So it's feeling content in our lives, feeling content within ourselves. And I thought this was beautiful to match with our ovulation energy, our magnetic energy, because it's that contentment in feeling seen. It's that contentment in being yourself, feeling seen and confident as you are, and being content in being enough as you are as well. So I want to take that energy, that element of santosha, that beautiful understanding of self. So we're going to start. I'm going to start lying down on the belly. So bring in the hands on top of one another, and then the forehead to rest on the hands. Taking a deep breath in, feeling the belly expanding on the floor, and then as you exhale, melting deeper into the mat. Noticing where the ground is holding you, and can you sink deeper? One more breath here. We're going to inhale, and then with our exhale, we're going to stretch and do a full body stretch. So bringing the hands above the head, pointing the toes, and then we're going to stretch from one side to the other. So bringing the hands and the feet over to the right hand side, coming into this half moon banana stretch on the floor. So stretching in the left hand side of the body and building energy in the right. You can use the floor to pull your fingertips along to get a little deeper in the stretch. Then we're going to inhale, exhale through to the other side. Bringing the hands over to the left, the feet over to the left, and making this crescent moon banana shape on the floor, using the hands to pull yourself deeper. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, moving back through centre. We're going to roll the wrists out now, so slightly lifting the arms, rolling the wrists one way and then the other. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. You can roll the wrists, you can roll the ankles as well. And then we're just going to let that go, coming back down to stillness. Then I'm going to plant the hands next to the shoulders, push into the upper body and send the hips back into child's pose, Balasana. So stretching through the arms, the fingertips, the back, the shoulders. Inhaling, and as you exhale, sink deeper into the hips. One more inhale and exhale here. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to bring the weight forward, slithering across the mat, and then coming through and pushing into Cobra, Bhujangasana. You're going to hold here for a few breaths, rolling the shoulders down, away from the ears, down the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to push into the hands, send the hips back to child's pose, Balasana. You're going to inhale here, and then as you exhale, slither through to Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale, exhale to move. Balasana. Inhale, exhale to move. Bhujangasana. Inhale, exhale to move. So continue to do this. Remembering to move on the exhale. And then we're going to all meet back in Balasana. And then I'm going to gently peel up into tabletop, finding all fours, knees hip width distance, hands shoulder width distance. Inhaling, dropping the belly down, Vitalasana, cow pose. Exhaling, cat pose, Marjariasana. Moving between the two. Remember to connect breath with movement as much as you can. Coming back to breath always. Then going to tuck the toes, send the hips up and back to the sky for Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And as always here, you can pedal or find stillness. Bending into the knees, having feet about hip width distance, pressing evenly into the palms, spreading the fingers, lengthening through the spine. So we're going to move and build some heat now. So we're going to inhale, exhale, shifting forward, high plank. Inhale in stillness. Exhale, you're going to bend the knees, shift the weight back, Sending the hips up and back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Continue to do this. Inhale, exhale to move, inhale, exhale to move. And then we're just going to do that one last time. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Meeting in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, send that right leg up into Tri Pada Adho Mukha Svanasana, three-legged dog. Then as you exhale, stepping forward, letting that back foot be lowered down, coming into a 45-degree angle, inhaling up, coming into Warrior One, Virabhadrasana A. Gazing up at the fingertips, bending into that front leg. One more breath here. We're going to inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, pivoting round to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. Gazing over that front middle finger, bending into that front leg. Foot is now at 90 degrees. One more breath here. And inhale, lean forward, flip the palm, bringing that hand all the way back and over, coming into reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. So you're going to send the arm back, stretching, bending into that front leg. One more breath here. So we're going to cartwheel the hands back, bringing the weight into that front foot. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to move this leg up into tree pose. Inhaling, exhaling, balancing, sending this, bringing the foot up and placing it where it feels right. It can be down or a little bit higher up. Bringing the hands to center, balancing, focusing on something straight out ahead, something that isn't going to move. Your focal point, your drishti, in tree pose, Vrikshasana. One more inhale here. Exhale, releasing that leg. We're going to inhale up with the arms. Exhale down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Letting the head hang. And then if you'd like, you can use the hands on the back of the legs to draw yourself a little bit deeper in. One more breath. And as you exhale, planting the hands down, finding Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Going to gently bring the knees down into tabletop and then sitting back on the heels. So we're going to come into camel pose now, Ustrasana. So sitting up on the knees, you're going to cup the back of the hands, so bringing the fingertips to the back of the waist, or you're going to bring the hands down onto the bum, supporting the lower back. So choosing which one, you're going to inhale, rolling the shoulders back, and then as you exhale, you're gently going to bend into that lower back, sending the hips forward, bringing the head back. You can also look over the front body, or you can let the head hang down. And then releasing all the way back up and down. You're going to sit with the hands on the lap, palms facing up. letting the sensations wash over you. I'm going to do that again. Inhale, exhale, moving. Inhaling, bringing the hands to the back. And you're going to roll the shoulders, exhaling into camel. So this time you can release the hands, bringing them to the heels. You can also have the toes tucked as well, so you're not having to go so far down, but totally up to you. And then you're going to either have the head looking forward or releasing down. So pushing the pelvis forward, feeling that stretch in the front legs and the lower back. Actively pushing the hips forward. One last breath. You're going to inhale, bring the hands back to the lower back, and then gently peel up, coming back to sitting on the heels. Again, allowing any sensations to wash over you. And gently make our way down to Balasana. And then when you're ready, pushing into the hands, knees, coming back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, ready to do the other side. So we're going to inhale, send that leg up, Tripada Adho Mukha Svanasana, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, stepping through, letting that back foot come down into 45 degrees, inhaling up, stretching for Virabhadrasana A, Warrior One. So bending into that front leg, balance. We're going to inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, pivot round, Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. Bend into that front leg, stacking the shoulders above the hips, gazing over the front middle finger. Going to inhale, lean forward, flip the palm, bring that hand back, still bending into that front knee. We've got reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. One more breath. And then exhaling, you're going to cartwheel the hands round, send the weight into that front foot, and then push up into your balance, into your tree, Vrikshasana. Finding your point of focus. One last breath here. Exhale to release down. We're going to inhale up, and as we exhale, coming down into forward fold, Uttanasana. So again, you can either stay like this, you can make it more of a ragdoll if you want, or you can hold the back of the legs. Inhaling, and then as you exhale, drawing yourself a bit deeper. Uttanasana, intense pose. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then come all the way down onto the knees, sitting back on the knees, and we're going to move through camel again. So setting up how you'd like, inhaling, Exhaling to sit up on the knees. Inhaling to place the hands. If you need to tuck the toes, then do that. And as you exhale, send the upper body back. Releasing the hands if you need to. Gently coming back out, finding a seat. We'll do that one more time. Camel Ustrasana. Inhaling. Exhaling to move. Inhaling. Placing the hands. Exhaling. Coming back into camel. Shifting the hips forward. Feeling the stretch in the front of the legs. And then we're going to gently come back down to seated. And then we're just going to make our way down to child's pose, Balasana, resetting. And we'll do that again on either side. So we're going to be moving through that flow a little bit quicker now. So when you're ready, inhaling, exhaling, moving up into downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, lifting the right leg. Tripada Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, stepping through Virabhadrasana A. Inhaling up with the hands, exhaling. On the next inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Pivot round, Virabhadrasana B. Gazing over the front middle finger. Inhaling, leaning forward. Exhaling, sending the hand back. Gauging through the core. Viparita Virabhadrasana. When you're ready, inhaling, stretching. Exhaling, cartwheeling the hands round, bringing the weight into that front foot. And then bringing yourself into a standing balance, Vrikshasana. Last breath here. And we're going to release. Inhaling up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling down, Uttanasana. Again, you can either have a ragdoll here or a forward fold, drawing yourself in if you'd like to, choosing whichever feels good. One more breath. Exhaling, planting the hands, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedaling, resetting. And then we're going to bring the knees down, sitting up on the knees, preparing for Ustrasana. Inhaling, bringing the hands to the back, the lower back. Exhaling, sending the upper body back into Ustrasana. Bringing the pelvis forward. Bringing the hands to the lower back and then sitting down. letting the sensations wash over you. Coming down into child's pose. Preparing for the other side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, bringing that left leg up this time. Tripada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, stepping, bringing that back leg down into 45 degrees. Virabhadrasana A. Inhaling up. I'm going to inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, pivot round, Virabhadrasana B. I'm going to inhale, shift the weight forward, flip the palm, and then the arm back, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Inhaling, stretching. Exhaling, sending the weight into that front foot, coming up into our balancing posture, Vrikshasana. I'm going to let that go. Exhaling. Inhaling, Urdhva exhaling, Uttanasana. Again, you can make it more of a ragdoll or pulling yourself in, whatever feels good. One more breath. Exhaling, planting the hands, finding Adho Mukha Svanasana. I'm going to bring the knees down, sitting back, ready for Ustrasana. Inhaling. Exhaling, sitting up on the knees. Inhaling. Exhaling. Bringing the hands to the back. Coming into your back bend. Shifting the pelvis forward, feeling the stretch in the front of the legs. More breath. Inhaling. Lower back, exhaling. To come down. Allowing the sensations to wash over you. So we're going to stay in this position now. I'm going to move so you see me. You're going to slightly widen the knees, sitting on the heels. We're going to come into lion's breath now, Simhasana. So you're going to bring the palms of the hands in front on the floor. If this feels enough, stay here. If you'd like to, you can then bring the fingers back towards you. So you're going to inhale. On the exhale, you're going to stick out the tongue, forcefully pushing the air out of the mouth. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. And then we're going to come back to center. We're then going to make our way down to our backs, bringing the knees up to the chest. You can rock, massage the lower back. You can then take happy baby, so holding the outside edges of the feet. And then gently coming down into your final resting position of Shavasana, corpse pose. So if you need any blankets or warmer layers, then pop them on now, letting the whole body becoming heavy, letting go of any concentration, and letting the poses, the asana, the breathwork, the pranayama, the meditation, the dhyana, sink in. So beginning to deepen the breath here. Start by wiggling fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles. Start with the slower, smaller movements. Then we're going to take a nice stretch. Let a yawn or a sigh or a breath come out. Going to bring the knees to the chest, massaging the spine and the lower back. Going to roll over to the right hand side. Fetal position, take a few breaths. And then we're going to push up to in seated. Bringing the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, bringing balance to either side of the body, left and right, masculine and feminine. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you feel ready, gently blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful ovulation phase. Come back next week where we will be doing our 4th and final week, or what's also known as our inner autumn, in our luteal phase.